Alright everybody, today we're going to be changing the oil in this 2012 Toyota Tundra. It's a 2012 Toyota Tundra. It's got the I-Force 5.7. This right here is a man's truck. See, this truck right here is, see how nasty it is? This truck works, y'all. Always in the mud. The most important thing that this truck right here does is get the race car back and forth from the shop to the track. Nothing top secret going on here. There's a shot of the engine compartment, kind of dusty. Needs to be washed about like everything else I got. That's some nice 35s on the front here, factory rims, factory step rails. Now these tires right here on the back, these tires right here have just about gone to the bad. See, that tire right there is completely slick. You can almost see the air in this tire. I done drawed the treads back on them 7 times with a Sharpie and it just keeps wearing off. All right, y'all, I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit, so I'm gonna back up and start over. This right here is our, never mind the trash in the back of the truck, pretend y'all didn't see that. It's going in that dumpster right down here in a few minutes. This is our top secret racing facility, or top secret racing outpost as I would like to call it, here in eastern North Carolina. This shop was built in the 1940s, and they tell me that the first ever automatic tobacco harvester was built in this shop. I can't remember the man's name, but he built the shop from the ground up, and he done a lot of machine work and fabricating and tinkering, kind of a lot like we do, and built some farm equipment and some one-of-a-kind farm equipment that ended up getting patented and sold, and designs or what they're using to get tobacco out of the fields today even. But like I said, top secret racing outpost, eastern North Carolina. I'm not going to tell y'all where it is because that'd be stupid, because then it wouldn't be top secret no more. And everything, got that sitting back here on the back of the car. We got the O'Reilly full synthetic 0W20. Got the MicroGuard oil filter. This is 5 quarts in this jug, and there's 3 extra quarts. She holds 8 quarts. She's thirsty. It costs about $50 to change the oil in the truck. I have taken it to places in the past and they charged me over $100, like $110, $12, $15 to change the oil, and that's just ridiculous. So I started doing it myself, a lot cheaper. Alright, let's get started. First thing you want to do, see, we got the truck already up on the ramps and everything. Make sure it's safe. Make sure you got your parking brake on. You might even want to put a block behind the rear tires. Safety first. Then find you a nice clean bucket. Here, this is your oil filter. So you're going to want to get this plug right here out first. 3/8 drive ratchet and your extension, and go ahead and break this plug right here loose. Now, if you're gonna film your own oil change, I highly recommend going ahead and breaking this plug loose and breaking the filter itself loose, and then go ahead and break your oil plug loose so as not to embarrass yourself on camera. We'll slide our bucket up underneath here, and then we're going to screw this cap out, this little plug right here, and it is going to drip a little bit of oil. And then we're going to take, I don't know what this stuff tastes like. Kind of earthy and gritty. Save some of that for later. Take this right here, this thing, and you're gonna push it up in here like that, and that will drain the oil out of your filter housing. And we're gonna slide our bucket in place. Go ahead and pull our drain plug out. Past experience, you're gonna get your bucket right a little ways away from the actual oil plug itself. It is a gusher, and you're gonna have to kind of chase it. All right, y'all. So I ended up having to go get Tony to get the oil filter housing broke loose. This is my trusty 1/2-inch drive ratchet, 11-inch extension, a 13/16 socket. Get enough stank on it where I could break it loose. But now we have got it broke loose where she will spin by hand. Ain't no metal on the magnet on the oil plug. It's in good shape. Tastes just like the other did. Hope y'all can see that. If you can't, you can just enjoy the sound of my voice as I am trying not to burn myself. Unscrew this here filter. Alright. This will make a mess if you don't drain this out. I'm gonna get this cleaned up real good, and I'll be back with y'all in a few minutes. And never mind all the heavy breathing, I'm fat. Alright, y'all, back with you. We got our housing cleaned up. We're gonna put the O-rings on it. Before I go any further, I'd like to say that these oil filter housings on these trucks from the factory are plastic. And if you own one of these trucks or are gonna buy one of these trucks and it still has the plastic one on it, I strongly recommend going to the auto parts store and getting you an aftermarket aluminum one. They hold up a lot better, because what'll happen is when you're changing the oil on the truck, these ears right here that your wrench sits on will break off on the plastic one. Then you can't get it off, and you can't tighten it back up either. See that right there? Several notches go in to help you get her broke loose. So right now we are going to go ahead and install the O-rings. So you got one, a big one, that goes around here like this. Then you got the small one that goes in the end right here. And what you want to do is make sure this slot is really clean. Alright, then take you some of the good old strawberry grease. Coat that O-ring. Put it in there like so. And screw your cap back down where it's just snug. We'll tighten that up later. Then take me a little bit and run it around here like this. Lubrication, America. I'm telling you, that's where it's at. If it moves, it lubes. If it don't move, lube it anyway, because you might need to get it to move one day. Slide your new air filter. I keep saying air filter. That ain't a stupid air filter. That's a daggone oil filter. I don't know why I keep saying air filter. I'm sorry. I apologize. Make me look like John Brown moron on camera. Then we're gonna go right here and clean this off, and then put this back in like that. When I say we use strawberry grease on everything, y'all, I mean we use it on literally everything. Like I said in one of the other videos, I believe it was the Chevrolet Cobalt flavor video that the passenger window regulator had gone to the bad on, that we had to change on. Now when you tighten this right here up, you ain't got to put a whole lot of stink on it. I mean, you ain't torquing lug nuts or nothing like that, but I mean, you want her to be tight, you know. I think that'll do. Then we're gonna get our 3/8 extension and our ratchet and tighten our little cap up like that. Here. And reinstalled the oil plug. Like so. Whatever you do, don't put vice grips on your oil plug. Get you a wrench or a socket or something that fits it. Use the right tool for the job. Clean that off a little bit. I don't know why I clean it off. It's nasty down here. But anyway, now everything on the bottom, the greasy side, is done. Now we can go to the top and fill her up. Owner's manual calls for 0W20. I don't know how true it is, but I have heard of people putting 5W20 in these trucks down in the south. If anybody has done that or tried that and had success with it, leave us a comment, let us know. And if you're watching and hadn't already, subscribe to the channel. We'd be glad to have you. When we get to 100 subscribers, there's a rumor floating around that we're going to give away a really nice Harbor Freight flashlight. Magnetic base, rechargeable. Great for mechanics to have. Awesome flashlights. Problem is I couldn't find mine today. That's the first 5. I wonder what this new oil tastes like. Fresh. Oh, here's a fun fact. Blacksmiths use burnt motor oil when they're quenching steel. It's got carbon in it. Puts the carbon back into steel that was cooked out of it when it was being forged, like in horseshoes and knives and things of that nature. It's like caramel syrup that you'd put on ice cream, like on a sundae or something. It looks delicious. Wish it tasted as good as it looked. What does it say? Warning. This product can expose you to chemicals including benzene, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. My mama must have been on a steady diet of benzene. Oil cap. Screw that back on and secure it firmly in place, much like you do your boxer shorts in the morning when you get up. And now I'm going to show y'all how to reset the maintenance light on the dash after I figure out how. There's a train going by in the background ruining my video. Look at that awesome graffiti work. Pretty cool, isn't it? I'll be back. Update for Crispin Garage. The train is still going through, ruining my video. John Brown Alright, I'm going to show y'all how to reset the maintenance light on this truck. Is maintenance required light right here. Turn the key on, you can see her right down there in the corner hiding. If you can't figure out how to get your light to go off, just take you a piece of duct tape and put over that right there and you won't even know what's happening. Alright, so what you want to do is turn the key to the on notch and then hit your trip button until trip A is up there, pops up there. You got trip A and B and then your odometer. Then you're gonna cut her back off. Press and hold the odometer knob and wait for the system to reset. Trip A, cut the key off, press and hold. Sometime today would be nice. Maybe you got to press it and hold it and then cut it off. There we go. Turn the key on. Alright, so what you do is you turn the key to the on position, select trip A, cut it off, press and hold the odometer button, cut the key back on, and it'll reset. Oil pressure came up good. Get it down off these ramps and we'll check her out. Alright y'all, I'd say that was pretty successful. We didn't tear nothing up. Didn't find anything else that was going to the bad. Appreciate y'all watching. Like I said before, if you hadn't already, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Leave us a like, leave us a comment. And remember, if it's giving trouble, she's going to the bad. Y'all have a good day. Warning. This product can expose you to chemicals including benzene, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. My mama must have been on a steady diet of benzene.